How's it going, guys? I got a Yu match against a guy by the name of Hikuro. I have not played him since my earlier days, nor have I really uploaded against him. It's been some time. But I guess he's still got some pokes in the black-white scene. They're not exactly 100% Yu. In fact, I think only half of his team, maybe? No. Golurk, where is Golurk? I think Golurk dropped a little bit. I know Galvantula is solid. Ryu, Slowking is solid. Ryu. Golurk is RU or NU. Honestly, it's one of the two. I forgot if it rose back up or not. But it's a UU match, so I'm just letting you know that half his pokes are just kind of whatever. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. I'll do mine. So I got a UU team. I got a special Victini right here. He more than likely has a special defensive Empoleon out right now. He told me that he was more than likely max HP, max Spadef, which is why the first turn crit I get on this Thunder actually matters. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure he would have just set up the Stealth Rocks anyway. So that's not to say that he would have stayed in for the second Thunder, but honestly, the worst he was going to do was go for that, and then I would have just... I don't know what I would have done at that point. I probably would have gone for another Thunder, but it turns out he goes into his Golurk, which I thought was his Golurk at the time. I figure, you know what, I might as well go into my Machamp. It's bulky, it can probably take a hit, and it turns out it's actually his Zoroark right now. I was not going to try to stay in on a Golurk in the first place. I know Victini cannot one-shot it. He gets a crit Night Days right back. Hurts my Machamp a little bit, but Machamp is not down for the count just yet. He's going to end up going out into Slowking as I end up going for the Vacuum Wave. Those of you guys that do keep up with my videos might remember that this is actually my Specs Machamp. This thing's really fun to use. It hits Fire Blast and Focus Blast 100% of the time. It's not too shabby. So I'm looking at my team and I'm realizing that nothing really wants to take a Scald or a Psychic other than Victini, who maybe wants to take a Scald. I'm not really... I don't know. Just, I didn't really come prepared for this thing. But he's going to go for a Scald right now, as I believe I end up going for a Psychic. Gets a lot of damage off on that Scald. Did not really think it was going to do that much. But then again, there's no Sun Up or anything. I'm used to Victini being able to take hits better, because I use Victini and OU and Sun a lot. But it turns out that there's no Weather Up, nothing of the sort, and Scald just does a fuck ton. But thankfully, Victini has a nice base special defense, I guess, so I'm just gonna go with that. I think I remember this segment, and if I remember correctly, he's just slacking off until I get paralyzed or I lose my Life Orb, or what is it? He's slacking off until I die to Life Orb Recoil, or until I get paralyzed and he's at like relatively close to full HP, and then he can just, you know, take me out with the Scald. So it's basically stalling me away because I do have the Life Orb, and there's not really a damn thing I can do about it. I mean, I can switch, but what is a paralyzed Victini to me at this point? It's not really much of anything. If I could have gotten a Thunder off that paralyzed, that would have been fantastic. I don't think any of my Thunders paralyzed, but to be fair, I got a crit on the first one, so fishing for something that's like 30% is just kind of whatever. So finishes me off with a Scald, and it turns out that I did not do anything to the Slowking, but I did take out the Empoleon with it, so it wasn't a complete waste. But what I really wanted was a safe switch into my Flygon, because I was like, you know what, I should be able to get off a Banded U-turn, do some good damage off of that, and hopefully he doesn't slack off and he just tries to go for the Scald, because I can go into something else based on that. But U-turn, as you can see, does over half easy, which is, you know, a red flag to him that it happens to be banded, because that's an unstab U-turn and whatnot. But he just ends up going for the slack off right now. I was kind of praying that he would end up not going for the T-Wave, and he would probably go for a Psychic or something of the sort. But either way, I get a safe switch into my Sharpedo. This is my special Sharpedo. This is the one with, I think this is 3 attacks. So I have Dark Pulse on this guy. I've got Surf, and I've got Ice Beam. I don't like Hydro Pump on Sharpedo, because, I mean, it hits, but if it misses, then you're more than likely screwed. Just, you need to be in a situation where you can clean up. And it turns out that he's going to hit me with the Scald. It is not going to burn me, which is actually nice. And Sharpedo actually takes it to the point where it's going to be 2-hit KO after Life Orb. But I think I can take him out with another Dark Pulse from this range. So that's okay. I'm okay with the fact that I didn't get a flinch there too, just because I actually have half of my HP. As long as he doesn't have any priority moves, I should be more or less okay to go with Sharpedo. And things are looking pretty good right now. So the one thing I am remembering is that he has a Zoroark, and the thing that I thought was going to happen right here is he was going to Sucker Punch. I was going to be able to live it because it's resisted, but Sharpedo is really a lot more fragile than I give it credit for, and on top of that, he's running a Life Orb Zoroark. I didn't think it'd be able to take me out from half a resisted hit, but I guess it is stab, and it kind of worked out. So I'm pretty sure a fake ad could have taken me out from that range, just from like an unstabbed thing. So it kind of makes sense as to why I did that. But I don't know why he ended up switching out on this. I ended up going for the Earthquake, so I'm just gonna rock this thing. I do have the solid rock, so I wasn't sure whether or not a Grass Knot would have been able to take me out. I feel like it would have, just because my special defense sucks and I'm really heavy. But I don't think he's running Grass Knot, or he just wasn't sure whether or not it would have been able to take me out from full. That's fine too. It turns out I can take a stab Earthquake from a Golurk pretty okay, just because of the solid rock. It does a lot less than I thought it would do. I thought it was almost like borderline going to take me out. He's obviously faster, just because I am a slow thing just made of rocks, and he's just a ghost thing made of ghost. Ends up being faster than me. That's okay. I'm going to make the obvious switch out to Flygon, because obvious switch is obvious, you know, dodge the Earthquake. That's all good. I can lock myself in an Outrage right now, more or less, unless his Zoroark happens to have HP Ice. That was a thought that crossed my mind, which is why I decided to end up going for the Earthquake, so I don't lock myself in. That, and I'm banded. So, you know, I'm pretty sure a banded Earthquake could be able to take him around from half HP. That works out okay. Although, if I was still locked in on Outrage, I would have been able to knock out this Kingdra. So, that is kind of the one disadvantage. The thought that he had HP Ice on his Zoroark was just the main thing that was scaring me. So, right there, I wanted to get some damage off before he set up either his Rain Dance or his Dragon Dance. I knew that was going to happen. He was not going to take me out first, and that's fine by me, because I actually do still have some form of priority left on my team in the form of SpecsChamp with the Vacuum Wave. I'm pretty sure that although special attack is not Machamp's strongest, you know, suit, is not something you're really going to ride home about and do that kind of thing, I'm pretty sure I can take him out with the Vacuum Wave from that range. And it just so happens that I believe his last thing is his Zoroark. He can go for a Sucker Punch right here, which will do a decent chunk. Even with the crit, it'll do an even better amount. I think a crit probably would have been able to take me out, but I get to take him out with the Specs Vacuum Wave. Machamp actually getting 2 kills with Specs Vacuum Wave, so that was actually kind of fun. A little bit of a shorter game. It was one of 2 games I got from the stream, because it was kind of a short stream. I thought I was going to get time to get more this week, but it turns out I did not, because reasons and because Animal Crossing. And I'm actually going to be going to Battle Roads tomorrow for the trading card game, so nothing this weekend. I'll see what's going on next week. I don't want to write checks that I cannot cash on this channel. So I'll let you guys know what's going on next week. But in the meantime, that was a battle video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, you're more than welcome to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe, and do your thing. I'll see what I can get whipped up, honestly, for Monday. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.